Okay, this is a quick demonstration on how to use the weekly directory. First of all, for people that need to know this, if you notice that we have the names and addresses here, and then you have the attendances clear out here to the right. So if we want to be able to bring those together, we want to freeze panes. So basically, you click to the right of what you want to freeze and below what you want to freeze, and you go to View in the ribbon tab, and then click on Freeze Panes, and it will freeze the rows above your selection and the columns to the left of your selection. And that allows you then to scroll and move columns next to each other that you need to see. The other thing we can do is we can hide cells or columns if we're not going to be using them, so that we don't see them for right now. Okay, so we're going to now begin to enter attendance for the current week. So let's say that we've gone through the 9th and now we want to add another week. So we right click anywhere in this last column, go Insert, Table, Column to the right. At the top we want to add the date, so 6/16. You don't need to type the 13 because Excel automatically puts in the final, or the year, their current year. And then at this point, now we would enter the people that came to the first service, people that came to the second service, and people that are coming for a second time. Okay, now we've entered in the people that came to the first service and second service, and now we want to enter in the second timers. And so so here's a person that came in the first time last week. So in this cell we're going to go second time first service or second time second service, doesn't matter, whichever one is appropriate. And here's another person that is now a second timer, and then this, let's say this person came back for a second time. Okay, the pink or red fill in the cells indicate the person did not come to that service. So once you've got those in there, now we're ready to enter the people that are coming for the first time. Okay, so to add new people, let's say that we want to add 2 new people. Then what you want to do is you want to select 2 columns or 2 cells in any column. So I'll just pick these 2 cells because we have 2 new people or 2 first timers. Right click on the selection, go to Insert, Table Rows Above. So that accommodates for 2 new people. What we're going to want to do is, you'll notice that the pink here indicates they didn't come, or they missed these services. Well, they haven't come yet. So what we want to do is want to enter a hyphen, and then the fill down here, there's a fill handle on the lower right hand corner of the cell. Click on that, drag it down, and then now that you have all these cells selected, then on the lower right you still have that fill handle. You drag it to the right until you only have your current Sunday that you're working with. Okay, so you can do that really quickly. Then we're going to add some names, and I'm going to pause while we're adding names. Okay, so I added the names and information here for the 2 new people, and so we're going to go in here and we're going to put first time first service in this case. Okay, so now we've got the new people entered, and now you have the columns that represent sign-ups. So each column represents a different sign-up, and each column has a corresponding worksheet. So here's new converts, and so over here on this worksheet is going to be a list. Eventually it'll show the list of people that are new converts. And then we have people that want to get baptized, and then there's a worksheet here, it's number 2, and that's going to have a list of the people that are going to be, that want to be baptized. Now these first few are ones that are always going to be there. So we have other columns available for when that may need to be changed. So let's say currently we have OSL being signed up for on the number 8 sheet. And so you can see here's people that have signed up, but now we're done with that. So what's going to happen is you can click on just below the column indicator, which is the H, just below it, click on that once, and that selects only the cells in the table. The table goes down to here, and then you can press the delete key and it removes all that information because you don't need that anymore. And now let's say we're going to have people sign up for the back to school bash, so you can name this however you want. And then notice then in the number 8 it changes in B1, it changes it to the name that you changed it to automatically. The only thing you've got to do now is go down to the table or the sheet tab, double click in it, and change the sheet tab name, and then you're set. So we can now enter either X's or some kind of a code or dates for when people sign up. So however you want to do that. And so let's say that we add some more people that want to sign up for volunteering situations. So we're at 6/16, and let's add a person here for mid-married, and maybe well, let's see, let's do these two, and then let's say we have some people that signed up for back to school bash. We can just do a bunch of X's in this case. Okay, so now we've got the signups in there. So another important step now is, because we've added new people and we just added them anywhere, we need to sort the master attendance. So the way to do that is to go up to the upper left corner of the table in cell A1, and just inside the upper left corner of A1, click on that once. Go to the Data tab, click on Sort, and then it should say Sort by last name and then by address. If it doesn't say that, you'll just have to put those in there. Once you've set it in there, it usually is going to stay. And so we click on that, and now everything is sorted, so the new people are in there, and everything is sorted. Okay, so now what we want to do is save the directory. Everything is changed and updated for this week, and now we want to save first of all I want to save the changes. So first of all, make sure you save the changes, and then we're going to do a save as, and it will save it as a micro or macro enabled workbook, and just change master copy to the current date, so 6/19 I think it was. What was the date? 6/16. So 6/16. So then save. So now we're in a position to prepare this workbook so that the individual sign-up worksheets can be distributed to those people that need it, or the workbook as a whole could be sent to people that need it. So we're working in the workbook that's got today, or the current Sunday's date. And so you go to the first worksheet and you just do what the buttons say. So the button says click on B1, and then click on this button, and it updates the formulas and makes sure everybody is included, adds the new people, and sorts so that the people that are, in this case, new converts, are at the top. And then you click in the first blank cell in the column B. So you hit column B and you go to the first blank cells right here, and then click on this button, and it removes extra records. So all you're left with is the people that pertain to this worksheet. And then you click on this button here to remove formulas and these buttons. So now it's all set, ready for the person that needs to see who the new converts are. Then you just go into the baptism and click on B1, click on the first blank cell in the column B, click, and then click on this bottom button. And there you have it. You go to 3, do the same thing. Okay, there's nothing here, so we can stop on this one. Volunteer, we can go here. And you'll notice that if you use dates, that it will take the most recent signees and put them at the top, so it's in order in that way. And then we go first blank cell, click and click. B1, first blank cell, click and click. Okay, there's nobody here on this one, so we skip it. And then mid-marrieds, B1, click, first blank cell, click and click. 8, the bash, back to school bash, B1, click. And there you have your signups for this week on the back to school bash. Okay, 9 and 10 we didn't do anything with. And there we go. Now at this point, you could distribute this workbook to everybody. And then when the person gets it, so the person dealing with new converts, all they have to do when they get this workbook is click on that worksheet and they've got their information. So you could save a lot of time by just distributing this to everybody. Now, if you don't want to do that, then what you can do is you can right click on the sheet tab, do move or copy, and you can do a copy to a new workbook. And now you have a new workbook here, which you can now save as however you want to do it. New converts 6/16. And then that will be ready to be distributed by email to the person needing to see this workbook. You go back to your master copy here, your weekly directory, go to baptisms, and now you can do the same thing. You can move or copy to new workbook. Save it as baptism, sign up, or whatever, and the date of the service. And now that is ready to be distributed to the one who deals with the baptisms. So there you go.